Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first official Zoom plan meeting. We're happy to have all of you join us this afternoon. Happy St. Patrick's Day too. My name is Tiffany Bernard. I am one of the Quality and Education Managers here at the ELC. And my co-host today is...
Hello, everyone. My name is Amy Hamley. I am the other Quality and Education Manager here at the Early Learning Coalition. Tiffany and I are super excited that this is our first hosting of a plan meeting. Thank you so much. We feel so honored and privileged to have this opportunity. We're super excited that it's the first Zoom plan meeting that we get to co-host. So thank you for joining us, and anything that you need, now you have faces to our names. When you see those emails going out, Tiffany and Amy, this is us.
Hello, everyone. If at any point during our Zoom plan meeting that you have any questions or want to make any comments, please put it in the chat box. We will both be checking the chat periodically throughout the plan meeting so that we're able to answer your questions. And if we don't have an answer for you now, we are saving the chat box, so we'll be able to follow up with you at a later date.
And if you're not sure where to find the chat box, just hover your mouse towards the bottom of the big Zoom square, and you'll see a little pop-up that says participants, chat, share screen. You click on the chat and there you are. Hi, Gabriel. So we're starting our chat feature. Anybody that wants to say hello or have anything else to say. Oh, we're getting fancy. We have reactions right all the way to the side on the right. You can also do your reactions, thumbs up, claps, and confetti. So please join us in having an interactive meeting today.
Oh, we see another thumbs up. Hi, Talia. Okay, everyone. So now we would like to open the plan meeting with a welcome to our friends from OEL. So hi, Anna. Hi, Carla.
Yeah.
And Anna is going to start us off by talking about the transition to kindergarten summit in the spring. So I'm just going to pull up her PowerPoint for you.
Perfect. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I was about to say good morning, but I know now it's 12 o'clock. So I am so excited to be here. My gosh, it's our first Zoom. How exciting. Yay. All right, so really quick, I wanted to let you all know that our registration is now open for 2021 Transition to K Regional Summits. For our South region, it will be on May 4th all the way to May 5th, and the times, as you can see, will be from 8:30 to 1:15. Now, OEL's goal and purpose of these collaborative efforts have been to support preschool and public school educators as you all plan ways to support the transitional changes children and families face when moving from the preschool setting to kindergarten with a literacy focus. So attendees, participants will have the opportunities of earning CEUs as well. And we're gonna have amazing keynotes on both days, along with breakout room topics to best guide your selection. So as you can see earlier on the agenda, you will see the link on where to register. And since we just released a registration link, you'll probably encounter some minor technical difficulties, but that's okay. Like, for example, when you submit your registration form, you may see an error message, but we highly recommend that you register once again. So you might also want to use Google Chrome and Firefox as your main browsers to access the registration information. So I just want to say have a great day, and thank you so much for letting me talk about this amazing event. Hope to see you all there. If you all need any more information, I'm gonna have my partner Carla put in the chat. Iris Guevara will be your point of contacts regarding the transition to K. See you all there. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Okay.
Sounds like a great event, Anna. I hope everyone takes advantage of this wonderful resource.
Yes. Okay. And Carla's putting it in the chat, but just so you see, as Anna mentioned, here is that link to register. So now Amy is going to talk about class assessment updates, the program assessment rule.
Bum-ba-da-dum. Just thank you, Debbie Palmisano. I did not put the agenda in, so thank you for the reminder. If you would like to download the agenda and handouts, it is now in the chat. Just click to download, and then you can open the file and follow along with us. Now back to the agenda. So class assessment updates. We have some good news regarding the school readiness program assessment rules. And today, the new updated rule is going to be presented to the Department of Education's board for approval. The chances are that it will be approved today. And this approval will then go into effect probably last year. If I take last year as a gauge, it was in the same order. It went before the board in March, and then it became effective May 1st. So I'm going to take a guess that it'll be the same this year. So it'll be approved today, and then it will be in effect May, which gives us the month of the rest of this month and the month of April to get ready. So what are we going to get ready for? What do we anticipate? What OEL did is they determined that in order to move contracts along and not have people on contract extensions as long as we've had this year, everyone is going to be able to move on to a 21-22 contract before July 1st. So that's great news. Now, how does that impact class assessments? You must have a composite score in order to have that new contract. So OEL for this year only is allowing any composite score that you currently have be the composite score that is going to be used to move you onto a new contract, as long as it took place anytime after July 1st, 2018. So they're allowing us to go as far back as almost 3 years to enable us to move contracts along and kind of catch up with our contracts. So that's very good news, because then it means that we can kind of take our time to transition back out into the field to go out and do these class assessments. However, there are some providers that will need to have class assessments done sooner than later, just because either their composite score was done prior to July 1st, 2018, or they're a new provider that was given a contract and is probably in an exempt status, but no longer qualifies as exempt. And if you fall into those categories, we will be reaching out to you. Someone from the education team will be reaching out to you. I don't think that it impacts not even 60 providers, not even 60 providers. The majority of you will be able to move on to a 21-22 contract before July 1st. And then as the year goes on, we will be scheduling you for your annual class assessment, because at this point, we don't even have many biennials, because again, it's been such a long time, and biennials would have been in 2 years. They probably would be ready to go for this year anyway. So if you don't hear from us right away, that means you are not impacted by this change in the rule. Those of you that are going to be impacted, we will be reaching out between the end, what's left of this month and next month, so that you're aware of how this impacts you. And the other impact that this has is that what they did not change in the rule, so they changed the composite score that we could go back as far back as July 1st, 2018. What they did not change is the threshold. The threshold is remaining at 4. So you must have a composite score of 4 or more in order to be in good standing and be able to contract without being placed on a quality improvement plan. If you have a score from 2018 that is below a 4, we will be contacting you to have a meeting and give you more information about what options you may have, and so that you have information, good information, so that you can make a decision as to whether or not you want to be on a quality improvement plan, or if you would like us to move forward with having you assessed. So that's where we are right now with class assessments and the program assessment rule. Again, I am the manager that oversees the whole school readiness program assessment. So if you have any questions, I invite you, and I'm going to put the email address in the chat to reach out to us at class@elcbroward.org, and I will put that in the chat. I see some of you are unable to download the agenda. If you were not able to download the agenda, we can email it out to everyone, so you also have the handouts. I apologize, I did upload it. Tiffany, maybe you can try uploading it. Maybe, do you see it in the chat box?
Let me check. I do see it, but I will try to download it too. And right after I give my spiel about training, and then hopefully you'll be able to see it. And if not, like Amy said, we will send it to you.
Okay, I will put my email in the chat box as well if there's any questions around class or the program assessment rule. Thank you, Tiffany.
You are welcome. Okay, I just uploaded it, so hopefully you will be able to access it. Okay. Okay, everyone. So now the first thing that I would like to talk about is our very first virtual BEC conference. It is going to happen on Saturday, April 10th from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And it's a fun-filled day of so many wonderful professional development opportunities, including a wonderful keynote speaker, Rachel Wagner. She is a lead trainer, and she is also an early childhood mental health specialist with the Devereaux Center for Resilient Children. And she is also the author of this wonderful book, Flip It, Transforming Challenging Behavior. And we at the education team were fortunate enough to be able to attend that Train the Trainer series. And actually, the inclusion team has also facilitated a wonderful Flip It series, both in English, and I believe the Spanish one is still occurring right now. So yay, I'm sure more opportunities will be available. Yay. I'm sure more opportunities will be available to participate in those Flip It trainings in the near future. So I hope that you all attend the conference. Once again, it is on Saturday, April 10th from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And that is the link to register. You can also go on our website, and as soon as you go on the website, you will see it appear, and you can just click on, you'll see information about the conference, and you can just click on register, and it'll take you directly to this site. So now we did send a constant contact out this morning at 9 o'clock. So I hope you all received it about the rest of our March trainings. So I hope that you're able to partake in those trainings. We have 3 for the remainder of March. The first one is learning about Teaching Strategies Gold, which talks about that observation tool and how to monitor children's progress. There's also the Growing Brain, which is a wonderful series that really talks about brain development with children. So that one is actually going to be on Zoom, and it's going to have a lot of interactive breakout sessions. So I hope that you guys will take advantage of that. And we also have, for VPK and talking about transitioning, we have a tips and tricks preparing for the transition to kindergarten VPK training. So all of that information went out in Constant Contact today, and it's also on the website under our training calendar. So I hope that you all take advantage of that and look at those training opportunities. So now the last thing I wanted to mention was our training and technical assistance request form. So recently we have launched this option for you to be able to request training and technical assistance. Right now, because we are still working remotely, this training and technical assistance will be virtual. But if you go to that link that's listed there, and you can also go to our website, if you click on providers and scroll down to quality and education, you will see a pop-up where you can access the form. It'll say request training and technical assistance. And really, this is for you to be able to tell us what you need assistance with. What is that priority need for you? And you would be able to select up to 3, but we ask you to really prioritize what your greatest area of need is. And what we would do is someone from the education team would reach out to you, and we would talk about what that need is and then make plans for next steps to be able to support you in that area of need. So we really hope that you take advantage of this and ask us for help, because we really want to be able to support you. So now, if you have any questions about that, please put it in the chat box. And like I said, we're going to be checking the chat box. And if we don't answer your question now, we are going to be getting back to you with responses to any questions that you may ask. So now I would like to introduce Carolina White. She is going to talk about the beautification of the ELC office and how we need your help.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Tiffany. I didn't realize that this movie star face was going to be on today, so excuse the no makeup, really mess in the background, but I'm here. So yes, we at the ELC would love to showcase your young, talented artists from your school in our lobby and in our boardroom. So what we are asking is that you email me, and I'll put the information in the chat as well. But we're asking for you to email me if that's something that you're interested in. I'll reach out. I'll come pick up the artwork from your school and take it to the ELC and post it. We are going to probably do this every quarter. So if it is artwork that you want back, you just let me know and I will get that back to you. And we are asking that it's kind of like very special artwork. Of course, we want the kids to be creative, but we do want it to be colorful and beautiful and look like it's had some time taken to produce it. And ideally, if you could have a dictation at the bottom of what the child says that they did or created, that would be wonderful. So we're looking for art that is maybe glued onto like a piece of construction paper, so it has kind of a frame around it, or any creative way that you can come up with making a frame around each piece of artwork. It doesn't have to be your entire school, maybe just a VPK class or a 3-year-old class here and there. And of course, you can participate in this more than one quarter, but ideally right now we are looking for a couple of schools who would be willing to share some of their young Picassos and Picassas artwork. So I'm going to put my information in the chat. If you have any questions, again, feel free to write them in the chat or reach out to me. I'm Carolina, and I think that pretty much covers it. I can also send examples of artwork as well if you need.
Thank you, Carolina.
My pleasure.
So now we are going to have Howard talk about Mods Night Out.
Good afternoon, everyone. So my talk is click the link. No, actually, well, you should click the link, but it's a great opportunity. I'm guessing most or many or maybe even all of you have been to the Museum of Discovery and Science downtown Fort Lauderdale at some point. It is an awesome experience for children and adults, and they are proud to be opening their entire early childhood piece of the museum. So they are hoping that childcare educators, directors, assistants, administrators attend. It'll be socially distanced. You have to register to attend, so they keep a strict count on the folks. But you'll see what they've come up with and hopefully be able to use it as a great resource. Also, in creating the relationship with the museum, they may come out to you guys. They do that also. They have a traveling exhibit. So they're great partners, and we hope that you guys can form great partnerships with them. And if we can help with that, we certainly will. Any questions? Someone said already registered. Good. I can't see who, but let's see. So am I. Oh, Deb. All right, we'll see you there, Deb.
Okay, thank you, Howard. Okay, and there is a handout in there as well. It's attached to, all the handouts are attached together that talk specifically about mods and how to register.
And that's also in the provider newsletter. So if you are having trouble downloading it here, it's on our website in the provider newsletter.
Thank you, Howard. So now Christine or Sandra, I believe, are going to talk about reconciliation status.
Hi there, this is Christine. I know this is the favorite topic that everybody waited for this whole meeting to get to, so I will try to keep it brief. So the news is that we will be sending out our notice letters finally on Friday. So I just wanted to let you all know that that's coming up, but I don't want anybody to worry, or there's no reason to panic because we are sending out these letters. The major purpose of this letter is to send you the notice, first of all, so that you can see what your balance is from the EFS mod reconciliation period of FY20 and FY19. And also to just have you tell us that you received that letter. And what we are trying to make it as easy as possible. You're going to get it both by email, and it will also be uploaded in your portal. But all you have to do when you get this letter is to make a choice of one of four options. And since most of you will be getting a notice that your balance is, or not most of you, half of you will be getting a balance that notice that your balance is zero. All you'll need to do is just check a box that said that you have received that, and that's all you have to do. For those of you that are receiving a notice that shows that you have a balance, you have an option to, number one, ask for more time. Number two, you can make corrections if you know we need to make corrections. And number three, if you're agreed with the number that we share with you, you can go straight into setting up a repayment plan, and we'll direct you to the tools that you need for that. We are committed to making this process as user-friendly as you can for a process like this. We are going to be training our staff on how to help you do a reconciliation if you haven't already done it for those periods of those years, and to help you to get comfortable with the amount and our methodology for how we arrived at the amount that you're going to see on that letter. And we have a lot of flexible options available for how to recover, how you can set up a plan that we can recover these dollars. So this is just an initial step. It does have a due date. It will have a due date. We're sending it on Friday, which is March 19th, and it will be due back to us on April 19th in 30 days. And throughout those 30 days, you'll be, if we don't hear from you, you'll be receiving calls from your reimbursement specialist asking you to respond to it. It's very important that everybody does respond to it one way or another. because if we don't receive a response, then you fall into a group where we have to take some steps and follow through according to OEL guidance. And we want to avoid that wherever possible. So if you have any questions about it when it comes up, of course, you can immediately ask us those questions. Our staff will be available all next week to take your calls and answer your questions about it. But I just wanted to give you a heads up that it's on its way and that we have a date certain on when we intend to send it out. Does anybody have anything they want to ask about it today? Okay. I should also say that the letter is set up in a pre-FAQ kind of format. So my hope is that when you take a look at the letter, that most of the questions that most people will have about the recovery process will be answered there. But of course, if you have others, we're here to help.
Hi, this is Sandra. One thing we want to add is that we'll be sending out instructions on how to look at your forms, and it will be posted, I think, on site as on the website, as well as in the portal if you need it.
Okay, I'm just scrolling for questions. I don't see any questions.
Tiffany, I would like to make 2 clarifications if no one has any questions around reconciliation.
I don't see any so far.
Okay, so I did, I wanted to clarify 2 things that I have seen in the chat. One is just to reiterate that the TA that Tiffany discussed, that you can access from our website, that is for the education department, that is education team. If you need technical assistance with your contract or other aspects of the business, that you will have to reach out to your specialists. If it's contract, your provider relations specialist, payments, your payment specialist. This is TA for the education department only. So that's one clarification. And the other is, I was asked, Kara had a great question, which is regarding the class assessment and when we will start, and if this carries over through the full contract year next year. So to clarify, the reason for this waiver of sorts is to catch everybody back up on the same contract term. Because currently we have providers that are operating on different contracts. We have 1920 extensions and we have 2021 contracts. So this is kind of a bridge to allow everybody to get back on track with the same contract years. So all providers will be on the same contract year. However, we still have to catch up on all of the assessments that did not take place. So we do have, as I mentioned, biennials that were from 2018 that should have been done 2020, but because of the pandemic shutdown, were unable to do and are now past due. We have annual composites that are kind of expired. They're, again, we're being allowed to use them to initiate contracts and to have contracts ready to go for next year. But that score needs to be updated. And so we will be, once we don't have a date of when we're going to begin as of right now, today, that could change tomorrow or next week or in a month, but we will make sure that those that are impacted based on priority, and Allison and I are working on what the priorities look like. As I said, we definitely know that first priorities are people who do not have a composite score that need one. So centers that were previously exempt and are no longer exempt, they will not be able to contract if they don't have a composite score. We do have to make sure we assess them. Centers that were assessed prior to July 1st, 2018, we need to go out and do those observations in order for them to have a composite score to contract. Everybody else, we will be reaching out to you in a timely manner to ensure that you're fully aware of when we will be coming to you. But we do have, this year is kind of like catch up. We have to catch everybody back up and get everybody by the end of the fiscal year 21-22, we will have everyone back on track as far as their composite scores. I hope that answers your question, Kara. If not, please let me know. And again, we're going to be having information sessions that we're going to be giving you more information and more opportunity to ask questions that might be specific to your program. Thank you, Tiffany.
You're welcome. Howard, there is a question from Gabriel. Are you aware if grants will be coming in the day ahead for preschools?
Yes, I am aware. No, I answered Gabriel, thank you. Yeah, grant dollars are gonna be coming down. I just can't pinpoint days. So we should have both a combination of local dollars and federal dollars to be administered through us. Do I have absolute dates? No, because they need to be approved. Local dollars need to be approved by our board at a board meeting. And I think probably OEL to approve that it's in our plan. The federal dollars, OEL is waiting for spending authority to spend. So as soon as they get that, they'll release them. What I can promise is we will waste no time in between being told we can do it and doing it. We're actually meeting this week to fine tune last time. So if you applied for CARES Grant 4, that really simple application, to try and make it more simple so that A, we can get the grant application out on the street as quickly as possible, and B, you can apply just as quickly. So that's the plan.
Thank you, Howard.
Sure.
Okay, I just checked the chat. I do not see any more questions. I'm on one quick run through. Okay, that is it. I don't see anything. Today, it's a short plan meeting. We covered everything on our agenda. There doesn't look like anybody has any other questions that we can answer for you. Hi, Allison. Allison just popped in.
Tiffany.
Just a shout out to thank Amy and Tiffany for taking over hostess duties for today. It's greatly appreciated. So thank you guys. And just don't forget to sign up for next month's Zoom meeting.
Thank you, Allison.
Thank you.
There is a question about the pilot assessment. Tiffany, I think that might be VPK.
Well, okay, no, it's to where I can get a tablet for the pilot assessment. Are you talking about the VPK pilot assessment? Okay. That we will have to look into for you and get back to you. So we are.
Yeah, we can save the chat box and just, go through it, and just anybody else that has questions, we can follow back up also.
Mm-hmm. And Marlene, I see your question. Yes, we'll follow back up with you with this. Unless Sandra, do I see Sandra or Christine? Yes, unless Sandra or Christine could answer this. Is there any update on payment from OEL beyond the 80 or 20 rule, the 80-20 rule?
That's actually more, well, no, at this point OEL has not made any program changes. We are following the usual rules for VPK. So I don't have anything to update on.
Thank you, Christine.
And Kara's making a recommendation for ECE employees regarding the vaccine, a late night webinar with a health specialist so that they get information about the vaccine.
Am I muted still?
No.
No, we hear you, Howard.
So, Kara, can you clarify when you say info on where to get it, info about the effects, info what? Oh, I'm sure to, okay, gotcha. Yeah, we can try, meaning I'm reading what Kara's saying, any info from health experts that they can chat and inform them. I'm not sure that it'll go much further than the fact sheet that seems to go along with every announcement of vaccinations. We can try I mean, we can probably get a health official. I'm not sure that it'll help a ton, but if it helps anyone, sure. We're game for trying it. Yeah, I just don't know if it will change minds one way or the other, but if it does, sure, we're all for it.
And I just wanted to address Andrew's question about presenters for the conference this year. We put it out already for presenters. We really are having a limited number of external ELC staff presenting just due to the technology piece for this year. So it's just, you know, with the pandemic and everything, it's just a crazy year. We didn't want to miss out on the conference opportunity. So next year we will definitely, God willing, be back to, you know, Broward College and you know, our successful in-person conference.
And you're welcome, Kara. And I'm wondering, I mean, I kind of missed the pandemonium of in-person meetings, but just to gauge the group, I mean, to wonder if folks have gotten their, you know, more folks versus less folks have gotten vaccinated or not. If you guys could throw like quick yeses, nos into the chat, because I mean, it's hard to tell. It's appointments and access. So okay, and we sent communication out, I think Friday, that this week the health department is doing vaccinations. It's no appointments. It's just an open call, but it's at a closed pod. It's at TY Park. It is only for educators, teachers, and firefighters. So it is not open to the general public, if that helps. And they have a lot of vaccine. They have no plans to run out. Right now, it's just for this week, as that announcement said, but we'll see if they extend it. We haven't heard yet. If they do, we'll post it as quickly as we know. Are you required to get a vaccine? No, I don't think that anyone has been mandated to get one. Yeah, good. I'm seeing lots of people have their first shots, which are cool. But yeah, it's so bizarre. Everyone seems to have different roles, right? And then staying online, getting online, especially when you hear your friends spend 30 seconds online to make an appointment while you've spent 30 hours. Yeah, fun stuff. Okay, I will shut up now.
Kara, we will get back to you on your question about VPK credentials requirement.
I think if Kara, if you're referring to if it's part of the new rule, that not part of the legislation.
Legislation, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll check into that for you. Yeah.
So you're right. I don't think anything's changed yet in terms of.
I think that really applies more to the public school, but you know, it's a big bill, so we'll get back to you on that.
And I don't think it's been seen in any other committees since last week, so it hasn't been amended further than what we've already reported. We'll see if it passes through both the House and Senate sides anyways, but you never know. Oops, you're muted, Allison.
Come on, everybody. I expect we're in Zoom. I don't want to just see ELC staff. Shout out to Talia for being on, Chantel. I know you guys are, and Diana, I know you're juggling 10,000 things, but come on, Tiffany and Amy, they got fancy today. They have makeup
We put
on.
on lipstick. We put on lipstick.
You know, let's have
Right.
like,
Ooh.
let's see each other. We miss you guys. So we're Zooming today.
I think people aren't wearing green and they're embarrassed for
I
that.
didn't either. So, but
Tiffany made me wear green. We have some on today.
So happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone.
yes, it's really, this is fun to be able to see at least some of you. We're happy to see you again. We know you're juggling 10,001 things. So we're happy that you're just here listening with us. But
Yep.
I think, yep. Anything else?
And Debbie, you got to spend 2 Zoom sessions with me today. So
Well, I guess with that,
Oops.
we're having some weird,
Feedback.
yeah. Okay.
Well, I guess with that, we can end now. I don't know, I'm hungry, so I need to go eat lunch. And I'm sure you guys have a million things to do.
And
But
there's
thank
nothing else in the chat box.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Amy and Tiffany, for taking the reins, and we'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.
All right, see you guys.
Have a great afternoon.
Okay, I'll